All right. Everything sounds good. Okay. All right then. Well, hello everyone. It is Monz speaking from the peak. Good to see you all once again, and I hope that you are all doing well. It is Friday, August 22, 2025. At 6:31 a.m. here in the Philippines. That time check was brought to you by yours truly. And I hope that you're all doing well. It is a very rainy Friday here in the Philippines. And as always, I suggest that everybody please take care and that you bring your umbrella and your I've lost my train of thought. That you bring your umbrella and your raincoat or your poncho or whatever, because it's going to be quite a rainy day right now. So appreciate if everybody would take that extra precaution to please stay safe. Always put your health first and always keep yourself safe. All right. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna try some chatting first. Just talk about what's been going on with me, and then we're gonna go try out Disco Elysium for the first time. Something that I've been hearing about a lot. I've never had the opportunity to play that game. Well, now it's a new yeah, let's go ahead and play. Let's go ahead and just talk. You know, I think I really have realized that I am a lot more comfortable just talking when I have a game like Fruit Mountain available. I don't know why. I can never really understand why it is such like that. You know what I mean? It's a very interesting thing. So let's just go ahead and play. And let me just make sure that I got my controller working, please. Make sure that you do. Okay, perfect. All right, there we go. It's a very rainy day. Been showering a lot since earlier. Again, reminder from your old pal Monz. Always make sure that you take a shower too. It's not fun if you are stinky. You know, that reminds me, I know that's such a big deal when it comes to conventions nowadays, with all the people making very explicit reminders to convention goers to please go ahead and shower. And I would recommend that too, for your safety and for everybody else's. Please go ahead and do that. And I do find it funny that we're talking about conventions, because there is a convention that is happening not too far from where I am, and it's a reptile exhibit. So if you're interested in things like snakes and iguanas and stuff like that, then when you're in the area, then definitely you can go ahead and check out the reptile exhibit. I've never really been a fan of the not so traditional kind of pets and animals. You know, I could never really handle having an iguana as a pet, or definitely spiders. I could never handle those. I would probably scream the entire time if I had spiders for a pet. I do not know what it would take for someone to have that kind of special courage to not scream their head off if you run into a spider. You know, it took me years to actually get the bravery to be able to kill a cockroach. When I finally realized that no, I can't expect people to always be around to take down the cockroach for me. Sometimes, Monz, you gotta go ahead and take care of it yourself. You can't always rely on others to take down the cockroach with their chancla, their chinelas. So I learned. But even then, I still couldn't handle things like rats. Cockroaches, eventually, you begin to get used to it because they're not cute, quote unquote. So it's a lot easier to dissociate and then do the deed. But if you're talking about like rats and stuff, for me, I still can't. Because, you know, I see like furry animal, you know, it could have been a cute pet or something like that, but you know, destiny made it so that we are mortal enemies, and I must ensure that only one of us walks out alive and only one fruit stays on the bowl. It is such a pity. Survival of the fittest, as they say. Law of the jungle. The law of the chinelas. Whenever I bring that up, I always remember, you know what? This is why roach spray was invented, for a reason. So we don't have to worry about making our chinelas dirty. Goodness gracious. I am planning to do more clothes shopping rather this weekend. I mentioned during my stream last Monday that I did some clothes shopping and I plan to do even more. So it's gonna be quite a bit of spending again. I am looking for shoes this time because, you know, I want to be able to wear stuff other than just sneakers. Because sneakers are fine, but I also use them for the gym, so sometimes you're getting like a double use out of them. It's great to have like some dedicated exercise shoes and dedicated walking around and traveling shoes, you know. I wish more places would allow Crocs, but you know, that's not the way of the world, unfortunately. People knew that I would be too powerful if Crocs were allowed to be used anywhere. Maturing is realizing that nobody really cares what you wear, so go ahead and wear your Crocs and your onesies and whatever. Life is too short to have to care about the opinions of people that don't like you wearing Crocs. You know this instrument that they're playing in the background? It sounds like something that I would have heard from like an Italian movie. Very interesting. Let's see. Sicily in the middle of Italy. Big pun, walking with the big guns. I don't wanna be a player no more. Ooh, at the very edge of glory. Yeah. Woo, nice. Okay. What if does this have a hitbox? Okay, yes. So you can throw through the pineapple. It's like there's nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Stupid sexy pineapple. Okay, let's see. Where else can we go? Nice. I like pineapple, but the only problem is that if I eat pineapple, sometimes I have that itchy feeling in my throat. Does anyone else have that? I don't know. It's just a weird thing that happens. It's like, as soon as I eat, oh god, I feel like I need a lot of water. And it's the same thing with mango sometimes, especially if the mango is still not that ripe. It just feels like I'm eating sandpaper almost. Actually, that's sort of like the best way that I could describe the feeling. It feels like it's almost like I'm eating sandpaper. Despite being a very watery type of fruit. But nonetheless, I still like mango, and I still like pineapple. I'm just not really understanding where this feeling is coming from. I guess it's sort of like the feeling where people just don't like things like cilantro, and people say that it's like there's a gene or there was something in our evolution where we were able to detect better things that are poisonous in plants. And I wish it would have worked when I was a kid, because I was a very picky eater. When I used to tell my parents, oh no, I don't want to eat these vegetables. You see, it's because I was one of those people. When I evolved, I learned how to detect poisons, so you're very welcome, family. They would have smacked me without hesitation. Doesn't matter what you would call it. That's just called, you know, making stuff up, and they don't have the patience for it. I tell you what, boy. No son of mine is gonna grow up to be a picky eater. But dang it! Oh god, King of the Hill has come back after so many years. I never thought that I would see more King of the Hill in my entire lifetime, but we are back. And since they're talking about King of the Hill, it reminds me of the fact that whenever I watch clips of King of the Hill on YouTube, they always have to mention the fact that it's very big in Japan, and even there they have like their own sub versus dub situation. Is it better to watch King of the Hill with Japanese subs or with the English original English dub? So oh, excuse me. Is it better to be in Japanese language dub or in the original English, or in the original English audio with Japanese subs? There we go. I could not formulate my sentence for some reason. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at here. Because again, when you're talking about foreign shows or any kind of foreign media, there's always that concern about, you know, trying to translate every single bit of nuance, or trying to leave it alone, and then you have to deal with a bunch of translator notes. You know, the people like me who grew up with manga are used to having lots and lots of translator notes. You know, the old famous TL, Keikaku means plan. You know, because we didn't really have much of a choice, and anime and manga were not really that mainstream, so we couldn't really get places that had official translations. So, and those people that used to do the translations, they were either very literal-minded in their translations, and they had to supplement it with a lot of notes, or they were very, very creative in their translations, that they had to do a lot of cultural translation as well in order for readers to understand where the heck they're coming from. And that's always a difficult balance to strike, you know? Like, how much of the original are you willing to lose in order for things to be understandable? I don't really think about it that much nowadays. Back in the day, I used to be one of those sub-purists. So it always has to be in the original audio, and just put English subtitles and then I'll be fine. I used to be one of those people, but as I grew older, and especially since I started streaming, I kind of lean a little bit more into the dub crowd. Because especially if you're streaming with an overlay like mine, it gets kind of hard to see things like subtitles. And if the viewer is a bit distracted, especially in my case, because usually my viewers tend to watch me on like second monitor and stuff like that, and you know, they can be a bit distracted with other important things that they need to deal with, so they might not be able to catch what the heck is going on. So having to stay glued to your monitor just to listen to the game, it can also be one point against me, you know? So I suppose to accommodate my viewers better, it would be better also to rely more on dubs, because at the very least, if we have dubs, that's one less thing for the viewers to have to process. The language is in something that most people would be able to understand, so all they just got to do is, you know, just keep me on the back burner, and then they should be able to enjoy the stream. So yeah, there's something that you have to consider, especially when it comes to things like your viewers and your content. So, and I think dubbing nowadays has improved greatly enough that we can appreciate it. I have the Yakuza series, actually, Yakuza 0 to 6, and those don't have English dub except for the director's cut of 0 at this moment. But 7, 8, and the Judgment games do. And from the clips that I've seen on YouTube, the dubs for those games are amazing, actually. So if and when I decide to play Yakuza Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, and the Judgment games, I'll definitely rely on the English dubs more. Would I play the Kiryu games if they with an English dub if they had them? Yes, I would as well. I understand that the voices of the original Japanese actors are iconic, and I won't dispute that. But again, if we're talking about like streaming, then definitely I have another factor to consider, which is my viewers. And you know, I also want to give dub actors a chance too. You know, I think having a little bit of, you know, just dipping your foot in the water and then seeing if it's something that's your cup of tea is something that's not too unreasonable to ask. I would like to try my hand at like voice acting. I think I have a good voice, but I don't have the training. For the longest time, I used to think that I didn't need vocal training or whatever because, you know, I talk good. I can vocalize myself pretty well. I can choose my words. But it's arrogant to think that I do not need any kind of training. You know, I'm not a genius, and even then, geniuses still need to train if they want to stay ahead. You know, no amount of raw talent will ever defeat hard work, so long as the hard worker keeps working. Genius can only go so far. If the genius continues to train, then definitely they will become unstoppable. But as soon as they start getting complacent, then that sows the seeds of their eventual defeat. Ha 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 ha. You can quote me on that. Monz 2025. Just a second, let me check something here. Boop 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 boop. I'm kind of getting used again to using a full-size keyboard. There we go. Live chat replay. I want my viewers on YouTube to be able to see a record of the live chat. I think that's like a very considerate way of, you know, doing that. Just so they could have like a record. You know, it's the old, I want to leave something behind for when I'm gone. I sound so morbid every time I say that, you know. It's like I am always so concerned about a good end that I forget about the beginning and the middle sometimes. You know, if you really want to make a difference, and if you want to leave a good end, Monz, sometimes I think you need to focus more on doing good during the beginning and the middle in order to actually get the results that you're looking for. Why am I talking to myself in third person? You know, that's a very good question. Nuts. Woo! Nasty, nasty. Okay, Kobe. But yeah, like, just to summarize what I was talking about earlier, I go ahead and give dubbed media a try, and it might open your eyes to some new possibilities as well. I definitely don't think I can be a Filipino voice actor. My knowledge of Filipino languages is, Philippine languages, excuse me, is definitely wanting. I mean, I know in school we were told to call it dialects, but those are completely different languages, and sometimes they are mutually, they're definitely unintelligible. So I don't blame people for having some difficulty in speaking a number of Philippine languages. You know, growing up in a place that doesn't primarily speak in Tagalog, the lingua franca of the Philippines along with English, it kind of opened my eyes when I finally started working that, yeah, there are a lot of people from lots of places in the country that don't really rely on things like Tagalog. So again, it also was the same thing for me in English, but it was something that was driven into my head that, yeah, Monz, you need to learn how to speak in Tagalog, because if you don't, you're gonna have a very hard time at work. And yes, I did have a hard time at work. I had some difficulty adjusting because, well, unlike in college, you know, a lot of the people that you meet at work come from all walks of life and all types of educational achievements. So you can't expect everyone to be in the level playing field. The last time that everybody in a sort of is in an equal playing field is during college. After that, it's the law of the jungle, baby. Survival of the fittest. Only those who know how to adjust are those who survive. Such is the way of the world. Sorry, just adjusting some things. So yes, I will always say this. It doesn't matter how many times this needs to be said. I will be saying this until my face turns blue. But if you are from the Philippines, please make sure that you educate your kids in the other Philippine languages and not just English. You know, we don't want to raise iPad kids that only know English as their first language, because if you don't want to end up like me, then you definitely want to make sure that they are well prepared. If you don't want them to get bullied in school, then definitely, please, make sure that you educate them properly. Give them a chance to enjoy their childhood, please. Oh, sorry. Okay, let's go ahead and continue then. It's very, very nice, you know, to be able to discuss things while you're stacking fruit. I guess, you know, just having something else to do is able to keep my mind off of things, you know? It's a lot easier for me to talk about a bunch of random topics while I'm playing this game and other games like Suika. It's just a funny thing, you know, now that I've noticed it. Having to be at my main desk in the chatting room of my stream, it's kind of intimidating, honestly. Which is funny because a lot of people told me growing up that I know how to yap for hours on end, but that is certainly not true. I definitely have some challenges in order to keep up a conversation sometimes. But I guess it just never really comes up. But I'm thankful whenever I have the ability to actually say something and keep the conversation going. Nothing is worse than having, you know, the conversation just die because you don't know what to say. In some ways, it's also a good thing that a lot of us are beginning to use private direct messages, DMs, PMs, IMs, that sort of thing. Because at least that way, you can really feel that the dialogue is turn-based. You speak, I speak. Okay, it's your turn, it's my turn. That sort of thing. Alright, so whose line is it anyway? It's mine, it's mine. Okay, so now you go ahead and talk. What you gonna say about that? Yes. Your move. Why, thank you, good sir. Here is my thesis. Thesis, please? I was, for those of you who don't know a lot about me, one thing that I like to do, which is a good or possibly a very bad habit, is that I like to look at my analytics, especially for YouTube. And, you know, just to see how people are perceiving things like my clips, my videos, and stuff like that. And I'm amazed how some of my recent content has been doing, because never before have I even received 100 views on a live stream VOD. And I thought nobody would really like to watch VODs, but apparently they do. And one of my recent videos is doing pretty well, even though I don't even say a word until the very end, because I forgot to unmute. Yes, the classic streamer scuff. What up? So I'm not really as numbers focused as I was before. You might think that I may be thinking only of the numbers, but that's not really true, because before I would lose sleep if I did not meet some kind of imaginary quota, or arbitrary, excuse me, some kind of arbitrary quota upon myself, just to be able to pass in my perceptions. But nowadays, I thankfully don't really care about it that much. It's nice to know, but it's not something that's gonna make or break my mood for the day. And one thing, but I am more pleasantly surprised at how things have been doing so far, that I wonder, what is it though? Is the algorithm finally beginning to cooperate with me? Have I cracked the code? Well, if there's one thing that I've learned about YouTube and social media and creating content on places like Reddit, the algorithm is never truly something that you can predict or know about. It is an ever-changing beast. It is a chameleon, and we can never really tell what are the colors that it plans to use next. So the only thing that we could really do is just ride the wave, continue to produce and see what happens as a result. That's all we can do. And besides, I mean, whether a clip or a video or whatever does well or not, isn't it nice to have something to look back on? Anyway, so yes, like I say every single time, it's always nice to have something to look back on for when you're gone, whatever the word gone is for you. But I think it's always nice to have a record of something to leave behind. You know, you never know what's gonna happen, so in a way that's also why I want to keep doing YouTube until I'm unable to, because I never know if there's a way for me to keep, you know, a record of myself. I don't really take a lot of pictures of myself or whatever, so being able to keep a record of something is most useful. Excuse me. And speaking of not remembering things and stuff, I think it's time for us to go ahead and play our other game of the day. So let me go ahead and load up some Disco Elysium, shall we? Excuse me. Disco Elysium. The final cut. Let me make sure that it actually is fixed. Lord knows what happened the last time I changed the game. I forgot to I forgot to make it visible for the audience. Goodness gracious, that was humiliating, my god. Sorry, just a second. I'm trying to adjust volumes again. Okay, I think this might be enough. I'm trying to make sure that it is working properly, because again, you know, it's nice to have a good balance, but especially when it comes to dialogue. I am so thankful that nowadays games have separate meters or sliders for things like voice and dialogue. It makes things so much easier to understand. Just sending a reminder to everybody. Okay. Alright, Disco Elysium. It is time to be able to play this game and see what the big deal is about, because I've heard about this game a lot. Never really paid attention to it that much, but we'll see how it goes. Yes. Alright, so we'll go ahead and select our archetype. Thinker, extremely intelligent, very bad with people, knows interesting facts, comes up with original ideas. And then sensitive, very psychological, a magnetic personality, but unstable, might begin to lose his mind. Well, that's interesting. And physical, extremely physical, interacts with the world through his body, gets things done, but dumb as a rock. Okay, and create your own character. Okay, so we have, for Thinker, your bonus is to Encyclopedia, Sensitive is Inland Empire, Physical is hand-eye coordination. I think I'm more of a thinker archetype because it reflects a little bit more about myself. I tend to think and I tend to overthink. I'm also quite sensitive too, but I do not think I have that sort of magnetic personality that they are talking about. Physical is something that I'm least resonating with. I don't really do anything physical aside from gym. So thinker it is. The Furies are at home in the mirror. It is their address. Even the clearest water, if deep enough, can drown. R.S. Thomas. Okay, let's begin then.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Okay then.
Ever.
Cool.
Never, ever.
Never, ever, ever?
Never, ever, ever, baby.
Hell yeah. Now you're talking. Okay, we simply keep on non-existing then.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
Hey, this is great. Give me some more. What was that about the X something? Oh yeah, give me some more.
You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon nothing upon nothing.
So, it's either I like nothing or how about you cuff up some of the more of that sweet oblivion. I'll take number 2.
Coming right up, sir. Smooth passy.
Allons-y, let's go. Or I want to get off now. I like pain and burning light and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me. Sheesh! Where is this coming from? Who hurt you? Who hurt you? Okay. Let's go.
Alright. Nothing town to fuck all borough.
Up. A return tip to the silence, please. Let's visit the ancient Zero home. Look, there's this I am tired of being this type of animal and who gives a shit. Let's see. Let's visit the ancient Zero home.
Great choice, Elder One. It has always been like this, and it always will.
Don't stop, keep singing. Sing me the song of death. Or wait, no, I need to belittle myself instead. Let's do number 1.
The song of death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meet around you. A sensation.
But I don't want to sensate. I don't want to feel.
Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
Disco Elysium? Title drop? Mother help me, there's a head attached to my neck and I'm in it. Stop, I don't want to hear anything more about this sensation. Take me back to the formless, disembodied nothing.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
Help, someone cut my head off, it's trying to murder the rest of me.
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
Ooh, the scary horn. My gosh.
Somehow, you know what it is. A caprice can name a motor carriage.
Open your eyes. Oh my goodness. Twitch demonetized. No. Oh, alright. I still have my briefs. I'm still fine. We're still decent. We're good. God, sir. Look at your... What is that? Okay, I don't know if you can see it on stream, but I'm just gonna close my model a bit. Look at that image on the lower left corner. Bro is a mess. He's like a Picasso painting if he decided just to not even care about shapes. Okay. Alright, so hold tab to highlight. Okay, so there's a bunch of stuff that we can pick. Okay. Alright. Let's go put on our pants first. Yes. Flare cut trousers. -1 savoir-faire. +1 electrochemistry. Yes, thank you. Alright, let's go ahead and put on the rest of our clothes, please, so we can actually look decent. Okay. Take this. Disco ass blazer. Okay. Then the necktie on the ceiling fan. I don't like ceiling fans.
2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
Why do you... Horrific. Okay. Savoir-faire medium 10, grab the tie, okay?
You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade.
Hey.
What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
Okay, what happens if we pull on the fan?
The blades come squeaking to a halt.
Pull on the fan again.
The switch must be broken because nothing happens. The air in the room is starting to feel like vaporized urine.
Ugh, God. Please, no peeing anywhere outside of a toilet. Pull on the light bulb.
A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain.
So that's what a hangover feels like. Okay, pull it again to turn the lights off.
The lights are off.
Okay, leave. Alright, let's go over here. Bro is like really feeling it. I've never had a bad hangover before, but my gosh, it's horrible. Bottles in the bathtub, wine, beers, and sweet liqueurs.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants.
Fish them out.
It says whirling in rags on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door. The whirling in rags is a hostel cafeteria on the urban coast, frequented by dock workers.
Thank you, Encyclopedia. What's in this? Words fail to describe how rank it smells in here. They should have sent a poet. Even I am at a loss for words. What is this? More clothes? Oh, a shirt. White satin shirt, +1 conceptualization, -1 suggestion. Okay. Okay, so I'm already fully clothed, at least. Great. Maybe we should just wash our face.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Was this not the same Elo that founds empires and lays waste to cities, virile, uncaring towards the little things? Probably not, no. Hot water sprays from the faucet's base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just a vague impression of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Really? Nothing? Wipe the mirror? No way, I'm not doing this. Let's wipe the mirror.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
I don't care. Still wipe the mirror. Maybe I should touch it first. I want to see. I want to see my face on the lower left corner. So let's do it. Wipe the mirror.
Behold.
Behold, indeed. What a beautiful looking face. Check it out in the lower left corner. We have a face, my friends.
You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
Dear Lord, help me. What is this? Of course I do. It's some kind of superstar. I think I'm a superstar. 3. This is the face of a late stage alcoholic. 3. It sounds very funny.
Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
I'm not making it. The face is making it itself, or I have no idea why it's there. It just is. Let's go for number 1.
Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
Okay, try to stop. No, keep making the face. Keep making the face.
You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
1 is superstardom. God, I don't know. It's indescribable. 3 is, I think it's supposed to look suggestive, but I'm afraid it's meant for the ladies. 4, I'm insinuating that I'm vaguely sympathetic. I think I'm sort of pulling it off too in a sad has-been kind of way. There's some kind of charm to it. 5, it's an expression of pain. Let's go for 3. You know, I want to be a charmer.
Please promise yourself you are not going to try it on any of the ladies, whatever happens.
I promise, lie, no one tells me what to do. I promise, lie.
You liar. You can't even tell the truth to yourself. Go ahead, try something.
Cyclopedia Formidable 13, dig deep into your mind to locate the source of the expression. Impossible 18, okay. Attempt to stop the expression from happening. Let the mirror be for now. Dig deep into your mind. Okay, let's see. This is a white check. You may retry it. Another white check. You may retry it. Okay. Encyclopedia 6. I'm still not really used to these whole dice things in games like this. Like Baldur's Gate, you know, chance checks, saving rolls, and all those expressions. So, you know, I'm trying to just fumble around here. And I think this is a good kind of game for me to get that experience, because eventually I do want to play Baldur's Gate as well. So, yeah, that's one thing I'd like to do. Yeah, dig deep into your mind to locate the source of the expression.
It belongs in the new, the 3rd decade of the current century. Enough time had passed from the failure of the revolution that, for a fleeting moment, free market economy seemed like the ultimate, uncontested way of life for our species.
Okay.
Things were good. It was smooth sailing. People made gold and champagne-tinted interiors and facades to suit the times, calling this the new style. But more importantly, disco happened.
Disco, baby.
For Revachol, your city, that meant only one thing. Guillaume la Million. If it doesn't rhyme, you're not pronouncing it right. Out of the dazzling swirl of disco music, in an open-air boîte de nuit, somewhere in Revachol West, Guillaume's blonde mane appeared on the screen. He sang some bullshit. Then he made the expression.
So, number 1 is, so I adopted it. Why? 2, I feel the need to add a clicking sound when I make it. Click, click. 3, how long ago was the new? Anything else? Like, who am I? Why did I drink myself to oblivion? I guess that's it then. Let's go for number... I'm torn between 1 or 2. Let's go for 3. How long ago was the new?
Some 20-odd years. There is a vast ocean of time between right now and the expression. Looking good on you, or anyone. Humanity has run aground in that time. It's a different world now. The expression is a relic.
So I adopted it. Why?
Everyone loved it. Maybe you thought some of the stardust would rub off on you. Maybe it did. Either way, it's all gone now. Only the grimace remains.
I feel the need to make a clicking sound.
The click is used to spur on a horse. It also features heavily in Guillaume Lemillion's regional mega hit, Don't Worry, Your Pretty Little Head.
Anything else? Like, who am I?
You have some understanding of the near history of disco. The rest is darkness, aside from the useless fact that the motor carriage outside was a caprice Ganema.
I see. I guess that's it then.
It doesn't have to be. You can swoon over Guillaume and his champagne-corked smile whenever you want to. Maybe some of the stardust will return.
Let's attempt to stop the expression from happening. Know the origin.
It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
I thought you could redo it, but apparently you still need points. Okay. Thought Cabinet. Guillaume de Lemillon. Okay, whatever happened to Guillaume Lemillon, who with his amber mane and sparkling teeth beguiled the tattered remains of the nation while you suffered and... Did he materialize in a cloud of cocaine dust, or did he simply stand in the corner and melt into the slendering new lines of some starlet de boîte de nuit 20 years ago? Spare a thought for his great ass too. Or wait, maybe he became a police officer in Revachol West. What is internalize in here? Oh. So like trying to make some connections, I suppose. Revacholian nationhood. Okay, stop. Wait, if we internalize... Logic -1. Okay, this is interesting. Status, state. Alright, so it would depend on how we get to this. Why is THC here? Isn't that some kind of illegal drug or something? I'm trying to remember. Okay, encyclopedia, 5 intellect, psyche. Can I level up? Rhetoric. That's a lot of big words. Okay, savoir-faire. Stun with immense panache. Oh, THC is thought cabinet. I'm sorry. Okay. Let the mirror be for now. Leave it alone. Okay, so I can also use WASD. Okay, what is this? What is this? Okay, doesn't sound like anything. Alright, let's go ahead and check out the other stuff. This magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. Let's check this then. Looks like someone tore out the tape while the song was playing. And here, this reel-to-reel tape player is still rolling on. It's still on rolling empty. Rolling empty. Shoe. Green shoe, left foot. Okay, now I need to find my other shoe. Where are you, other shoe? Oh, window, broken window, okay.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Look out or assess the damage. Let's do that.
The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
Did I break it with my own hands?
A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent.
So what did this then?
More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
Probably it's my other shoe. Wait, what am I doing? Assess the size of the impact.
It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. The single green shoe you found fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown with force. Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you could still find the other one on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
I should go. Maybe it wasn't me. I should go and get that shoe. I don't need it. I don't need it. Anyone. So edgy. Let's say it.
The window agrees. Its cracked smile is cold and sparkly.
Woo! Edgy. Okay. I'm so grateful that I have the final cut version, because at the very least I don't have to read every single thing. I just need to let the narrator speak and I can only read the choices. Ooh, empty cassette tape case. Okay, nice. Can we do some more with the fan?
The fan stands still. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain.
Bring it on.
Your eyes burn with sensitivity. It's not good.
Okay. Leave. Oh my goodness, I gave myself some damage. Gosh. Just with the light bulb. My goodness. More stuff for the mirror? Maybe.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Jump scare. Okay, so there really is nothing I can do about that door. We'll have to go through the door out here. Okay. Making my way downtown, walking fast, key in hand. So I can't just walk to the door like in other games. I have to space it. Ilal Sarava, 52 degrees centigrade, sun breaks and starbursts. Okay. Door here. Mirova, 20 degrees centigrade, partial cloud. Oh, the weather, okay. What's this? There's something on the table. Money. 40 real. 0.40 real. Okay. Just 40 cents, I guess. Calendar.
Hello, officer.
Ma'am. The calendar says it's March. The year is 51. Can we do a little breaking and entering here? Nope. Not possible. Ma'am, I have some questions.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
Classe. Miss Oranje, disco dancer. I hope I'm pronouncing it right.
Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28. A silver jumpsuit falls off her like scale armor, sparkling. This is the sparkle of too many nights out on the city.
Officer? Am I military personnel? Turn your bloated face away from her beauty and just keep on walking. Let's go for number 1.
No.
She seems perplexed by your question. Wait, I know. I'm a businessman, chief executive officer, right? But then why did you call me an officer? Let's go for number 2.
Because you're a police officer, sir.
She pulls on her cigarette. Are you sure? Are you shitting me? Goddamn right, I'm a policeman. Don't you forget it. Let's go for number 2.
I'm not. Unless you've been shitting us all this time.
She takes another grag. All this time?
You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
And what business is that?
Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Wow, that hurts.
You have no doubt about the drinking. But do you strike yourself as a tight-lipped drunk? She must have heard something.
I might not know where I am, or who I am, or what a Kupus Kinema is, how I know what one sounds like. Why don't I remember being a cop or anything else? Who in the right mind would let me be an officer of the law? And then... Number 4. Challenging. Try the expression on her. Let her know you want her physically. I should be going now. Okay, it's a very low. It cannot be retried. I hope I can get the chance to do this just for the jokes. You know what? Screw it. Let's just do it for the jokes.
Try the expression. Come on. Why are you still doing this?
Still successful. Yeah. That's what we're talking about. Yeah. I'm at death's door, bloated, a goner, and still. Does the longing ever stop?
Alcohol raises testosterone levels, especially in men. The levels remain elevated after inebriation ends and the pain begins. You seek comfort. It's only natural.
So this is the natural masculine urge for someone to say, "Hold me."
She puts out her cigarette.
And she walks into that room.
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you said the words a million times before. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Number 1 is, what if I don't want to ask questions? Number 2, before you go, I have some questions for you. Okay, let's see. Let's go for number 2. I have some questions for you.
Yes?
What is this place? Where am I? Tell me, is it 51 now? Your room is almost next to mine. Did you hear anything last night? Let's go for number 3.
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music.
Did I have any visitors?
I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here.
She nods toward room number 3. Loud disco music? Tell me something else.
Yeah?
What is this place? Where am I?
You're in a hostel, sir.
No. Where are we? Where in the world?
We are in Revachol.
Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution, she is central to our moment in time.
Should that mean something to me? Revachol forever. How about you tell me something else instead? Let's say number 1. Should that mean something to me?
You sure look like you're from Revachol. Revachol parties.
Her accent suggests she is not from around here. She's from Aranier, another part of the world.
Tell me.
There was the usual ruckus. I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here.
Oh, so you can repeat dialogue and make other choices in certain instances. Okay. Loud disco music?
Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them.
She raises an eyebrow, waiting for the name to connect with you.
Oh, that. Yeah. Whoa. The less said about OO, the better.
I see. All right, then.
OO were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
Yeah, we go on all right, or it mostly just gets hard, doesn't it? Let's go number 1.
I don't know about that. At around 2 o'clock, disco stopped, and there was a change of pace.
What happened?
A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time, you were yelling along to it.
Was I singing this? Show her the empty case of the smallest church in Saint Sansen. Oh, the cassette tape that I picked up. What was I singing? I've heard enough. Okay, let's pick number 1.
Yes, there was a church in there. A really small church. Like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And also...
What else?
That it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar. So it was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
I'm sorry. When you say wounded, do you mean that in a cool way? Like a wild beast? Then what happened? I've heard enough. Let's pick number 3.
Then you started screaming and trashed the place.
Number 1, are you sure I wasn't being assaulted? Number 2, that's so me. What did I do? 3, you're making this up. I would never behave like that. Let's go for number 1.
No, it didn't sound like there was a fight. It sounded like someone was trashing their room.
She sounds very familiar to the sounds of someone trashing their room for some reason.
A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
Was there anything else? Please tell me there wasn't anything else. It prides me to hear this. Tell me there was more. I've heard enough. Let's go for number 2.
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable.
Continue.
I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then. Around 4 or 5. And that was it.
Okay, so tell me, is it 51 now?
It's 51.
What century?
The current century?
And what's that? What number?
Centuries don't have numbers. They have names. And this is the current one.
So how many centuries have there been then?
Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir.
She grins. What's so funny?
You're right. There is nothing funny about civilization.
That is true. Okay, you can go now.
Glad to have been of assistance.
Thank you kindly, ma'am. Okay, investigate. Looks like she left a nice long stub in the ashtray. It's still smoking. Go ahead and take it. Oh, yeah. Gamer girl bathwater, more like gamer girl use cigarettes. Okay, what are other points of interest? I wonder if we can go into her room.
The door is closed.
Leave. Okay, I don't want to be considered a breaker. Breaker in or breaking... Someone who's breaking in, whatever. English. This is the weekend edition of the satirical newspaper Trompe le Monde. Okay, that's a lot of French. Oranje is Dutch, I believe, for the word orange. Trying to remember because there is a Duke of Orange, and I think they use the word oranje. Let's go down. Oh, it's our friend, the one in the orange jacket. I've heard a lot about you. I don't want to disappoint you. Microphones, stands. This is where the lyrics would be. A big old karaoke mic just waiting for someone to sing on into it. Would that include little old me? Singing minigame. Soon only I love you. The speaker is connected to the radio. The music is seasoned with static. Okay. Why is there a bird? Even if it's a stuffed bird, why do you have that on the bar, sir? The menu has been wiped clean. Only the word Monday is written on it. This is a water cooler. A large bubble is rising to the surface. Take Nosafed. Healing item gained. Okay.
A man in his late 20s, stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. Everything is cool between you and this guy. He's a big fan. Make some small talk.
Look at the stuffed bird. Are you the bartender? Look at the bird.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it.
Continue.
Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. This is the Great Skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola, the part of the world you are in right now.
Thank you, Encyclopedia.
The small steel tag says as much. The Great Skua. Stegoarius Skua.
What happened to the bird? Can I help you with that? That's the Great Skua, right? Let's try offering to help.
Look, your buddy is over there.
He looks at the doors where a man in a bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor.
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
What do you mean, my buddy? I'm a cop and I talk to whomever I please. Number one.
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
Are you the bartender?
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
What's the difference? You look like a bartender. Understood. 3. Leave. But what's this?
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
My soul is immense. My soul is modest. It's normal size. My soul is puny. My soul's cubic content is obscured by the hangover. My soul is immense.
Utterly. And it needs to be heard. Through a PA system. By other people.
What should I sing when it comes to it?
You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious.
Of course, they'll really get a gauge on my soul with that one. I was thinking maybe I could sing something happy, like from those ostentatious orchestrations folks.
No. Don't sing the happy song. It's stupid. Sing the sad song. It's profound.
It's profound. Deeper meaning and pain.
You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed.
Okay, then. You need to find a sufficiently tragic tape, then play it on a boombox to memorize the lyrics. Then ask the cafeteria manager to perform, preferably in the evening. More people at the bar then. Get hold of a sad song on tape. Okay. Then keys. Key to room number 1. Get glasses. Ooh, we can wear glasses. Nice. Items. Tape. Okay. Close. Interact. Where's the healing item, though? I'm sure we had like a healing item that we could have used. Can we level up anything yet? You do not have... Oh, okay, we don't have enough skill points. Okay. A woman's hand wrote yesterday's menu. Today's starts in a man's handwriting. Ah. What's over here? The soft purr of an electric juicer comes from the kitchen. Someone is working. Okay. What about this? Inside you catch a glimpse of union paraphernalia. A strike poster. Some red pennants. Okay. A sign reads, Mess Hall reserved for union members. Doors open 1600. Let's see if we can get inside here. The door is bolted. A sign reads, Kitchen reserved for personnel until 1300. Okay, so we have to take account of time, it seems. Oh, shift is run. Nice. Okay, what does the sign say here? Summer door closed for the winter. Okay. It's gonna make things so much easier now I know how to run. I wonder if they have like options for controller on PC. They should. Okay, take a look at the bottle. A bottle of rum has been knocked over. Beautiful dark liquid is spilling out. What about this guy here sleeping? A man is sleeping at the table wearing mud cake boots and rolled down overalls. English. Thank you. The back of his shirt reads Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with a tree.
A colorful piece of plastic is dangling from his carabiner. Makes your fingers itch.
Why is it carabiner? For the longest time, I used to think it was called carabiner, and now in EDC videos, it's carabiner, and now it's carabiner.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
Pick up the pills, inspect the piece of plastic on his carabiner or carabiner, wake him up. Okay, pick up the pills.
The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
Okay, interesting. Magnesium, eh? Inspect the piece of plastic on his carabiner.
It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the photo. Santiago S. John.
Okay, Santiago S. John. In my part of the world, it would have been John S. Santiago, but okay. Wake him up or steal the dock worker's ID. Let's steal it.
You fumble with the spring-loaded gate of the carabiner, but to no avail. The dangling items refuse to come loose. They just jingle in an ever louder manner. Like fucking sleigh bells. What are you doing? You're gonna get caught.
Stop finger-fucking him, officer! I'm responsible for these oafs and their stuff. Even Sleepy there.
Wait, what? No, I wasn't. I'm just checking if the man is feeling okay. You stay out of this, bartender. We might be dealing with a criminal here. Let me work. What? No, I wasn't.
Yeah, sure. I don't care. Just don't finger-bang his stuff, okay?
Okay. Alright, let's try to wake him up.
You gently shake his shoulder, but nothing happens. This man could probably sleep soundly in a ship's engine room.
Leave. Okay, then. Alright, I think we're done here, but let's talk to the lady here, and this thing. What is this? This royal pinball machine is unplugged. Okay. Talk to the lady.
Hello, sweetie.
Lena, the cryptozoologist's wife.
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
She nods toward the man in the orange bomber jacket. Oh, that was fast. Okay. Hi, Ken.
A bespectacled man
Oh, Kim.
in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer.
Shake his hand. Don't shake his hand. Shake his hand.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
1, I don't really know my name. Invent a name for yourself. Say nothing. Number 2, invent a name.
Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
It is not yet time. I don't really know my name.
Okay then.
He processes the information, then disregards it.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
You mean him? Nod toward the cafeteria manager. Yeah, I just talked to him. No, I haven't. There must be some kind of misunderstanding. You're taking me for someone else. Let's do number 1.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Yes, the police. I'm aware I'm a policeman. Number 2, what interviews? 3, I have. Yes. 4, I haven't. Let's go for number 2, to be sure.
At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice.
Yes, the police. I'm a policeman. I'm aware I'm a policeman. Let's try that one.
Right. And the interviews?
He taps his foot, more out of habit than impatience. I have, yes.
Good. But even if you haven't, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Dead body? I don't like bodies. Dead bodies. Look, man, you know, yeah, no, completely.
Mm-hmm.
Dead body? Look, man, you know, yeah, no.
So, the body is still in the tree,
Yes.
where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
What if I told you I'm not really a police officer? How can you be so sure I'm from the police? But I can't remember everything. What are we supposed to do again? Let's get moving then. But I can't remember anything.
I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our number 1 concern.
Let's get moving then.
After you, officer.
Okay.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
Wait, shouldn't I have a badge or something? Check your pockets.
You mean you don't have a badge?
It wasn't on me when I woke up. Pretend you found it. I have my badge. I'm a policeman and have my badge. Let's do number 1. Be honest.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible, but getting the body down should still take precedence.
Continue.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
Okay then. Interview the cafeteria manager. Inspect the victim's body. Okay, report your badge missing.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
The harbinger of ruin. What is gold and orange like a forest fire but smells like liquor? I'm currently in between names, saying nothing. Let's say number 3.
Fantastic.
It's like when you've left your band but you haven't decided on a solo artist name yet. Kim is about to say something. Let him.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
He looks behind a pile of coasters, finds a slip of paper, and hands it to the lieutenant.
This sounds like something you can use to call this Sylvie later.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No. I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective,
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions.
Right then, questions. I got this. Play the fool. Who, me? No, I'm good. Number 1.
His face expresses profound doubt in your having this. Ask him about the body's location before asking if he killed him. People give up information in the more innocuous questions, which you can later use in the more sinister ones, not vice versa.
Where exactly is the body? Who killed him? Why did Sylvie go away? You know, I actually can't think of a single thing. Okay. Let's talk about where exactly is the body.
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
And how do we get there then?
That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
This man means the heavy cavalry of the innocents Franco-Negro, sweeping over the plains and nations of the enemies of mankind. 5th century style, unified currency and the concept of cool came in their wake. They wore lamella and carried guns. But first and foremost, Franco-Nigerian heavy cavalry was really, really wide. That hole in the fence must be enormous.
Okay. Why did Sylvie go away?
She went away because none of your business.
Have they not been telling you you're a cop?
Am I not a cop? Everything is my business. Fine.
Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that.
I understand where you're coming from, sir.
thank you.
The lieutenant says. He opens his little notebook at the cover. The number is safely tucked away in a small pocket. Mystery solved. Didn't go well. Oh, that's... I don't know what that means. By didn't go well.
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching.
That is true. This stuff gets on my nerves. I'm a feminist. I like to be thorough. Everything has something to do with everything. I don't know. I just went for it. You're right. Probably shouldn't have asked. Number 2, I like to be thorough. Just commit to it.
Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing.
So who killed him?
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
This is it. He said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they, if he doesn't know?
Did you kill him? Obviously not. Before you said they hoisted him up on a tree, who did you mean by they? I have another question. Let's go for number 2.
Oh, people are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching.
Who exactly is saying that?
The locals, the customers, the people who eat here. A lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it.
Did the debarders themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her.
And why would the dock workers lynch this man?
I would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do.
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbor company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a message.
I have another question.
The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
Okay. I guess that's all.
Let's go.
Task complete.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
What's real? Even? Slip away unnoticed? I don't know you shit. Okay, let's see. What's real? Well, slip away unnoticed.
One moment you're running like the wind. Then you've suddenly turned around and are giving him the finger. Furiously. With both hands. Why?
The lady in the wheelchair is right behind me, isn't she?
That's true. Yes. And it's worrying. But let's not fixate on it. Look at that stupid bartender instead. He has no idea what's going on. You and your fuck you fingers floating in the air. Barkeep's got his mouth agape like an idiot. You showed him.
Why did I do this? Why did I have to use both my hands to flip him off? Why both?
Watch out!
Ow! I didn't think he would run right into her.
Everything goes dark.
Back so soon.
I had an accident. So worth it. This did not need to happen. I gave no such commands to my body. I had an accident.
It was no accident. Those were disco moves from your spinal cord. The spinal cord has yet to reveal itself to you. Its mysteries are unholy mysteries.
Wow, there's more of you? Hidden. I'm so cool. I don't know, that just comes off as a lazy effort at reconceptualizing the antics of a shambling drunk. Let's go for number 1.
You are way cool. Cooler than the bottom of the sea. Too cool for this world. I was wrong to let you go. I should have kept you here. Is it bright where you are? Is it terrifying? Have you felt the love?
I sure as hell haven't felt no love. It's okay, it's going fine. What do you mean? Number 3.
What do you mean? What do I mean? Are you okay?
Oh, I didn't hit her. That's great. Damaged health. Again, -1. Heal yourself now, okay.
You have sustained a trauma to your lower neck. In addition, you have strained your left trapezius muscle. Pain surges down your back when you move.
No, are you okay?
The chair took the brunt of it. Don't worry.
Okay, that's good. It's all worth it then. Thank you.
Are you sure, ma'am?
Yes, yes. Check on him.
Sir, I didn't mean for this to happen. I'm sorry. This has always been a cop-friendly place. The drinks are on the house, okay? There were a lot of drinks on the tab. I still have to charge you for 3 nights and the broken window, though. That's 100 square.
He's shaken. Barter now and he'll cave in.
How much do I have in my inventory? Oh, I can't go to my inventory right now. I won't pay for that window. Ouch. Grab your side. Cool. Thank you for your cooperation. I'll do cool.
Not entirely cool. You still owe me 100 real. If you don't have it by tonight, I can't let you back up there. And for God's sake, watch out for yourself.
Yes.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
Do I even have one? I have no idea.
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
I don't know. Near? South maybe? Far away? Up on Marvel Hill? Let's just do number 3.
Why did you say that?
These are just synapses firing. It doesn't mean anything. The name must have some meaning for me. Lieutenant Kitsuragi, do you know a place called Marvel Hill? Let's ask him.
No. But isn't that an expression, not a place?
An expression?
A saying. Up on Marvel Hill, a great high place. One that is impossible to climb back to.
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
Could I trace the way back somehow to the exact street, the exact number on a building? I'll live in a dumpster, I don't care, fuck everything. Hobo cop. Number 1.
You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
Okay, journal. Report your badge missing. Who made the call? Pay for damages. Okay. Let me... Lonesome way home. Research time, 6 hours, 5 minutes. Let's trace your drunken steps back home. Jump across the raised channel bridge southwest of here, fall over, get up. What if I internalize this? Okay. So... Research bonus... Let's go for Guillaume Le Million first. Oh, so we can do multiple. Okay. That is nice. I still don't really get what that is for, but sure. And then... How much money do we have? Do we have anything on the money, though? Doesn't mention anything about the how much is the month, how much I owe exactly. Okay. Hello, what is this? Pilfer money.
The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything from pinball cabinets to full flavor cigarettes.
What are its hallmarks?
Clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals. Basically, imagine a yellow plastic crown with a liquor brand emblazoned on it.
Wait, where do I get such a crown? The idea of a king in a century gone is pretty fascinating. I'd rather know more about the world of today. Let's do number 3.
The contemporary period stands still. The fated carousel of progress that doomed the royalists is itself winding down. Our time is decelerating into what? No one knows.
Okay, autosave, I guess. Let's get out of here then. I heard that this game takes like 20 hours, and I'm sure that we barely even touched like 5 minutes of the entire game. So yeah. I mean, I might consider playing more of this on stream, but most likely I might play this more on my own offline or on Discord. Please use the main entrance, okay? Behind the backyard. Okay. Let's go over there then. Let's do our main task. Big hole. There's a kid. Kid, why are you in a crime scene? Oh. So that's where it is, huh? Okay. And there's another kid watching from the fence. Smells like spoiled meat and curdled dairy. A human being decomposes. Okay. Yeah, I'm up.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath.
Look down.
A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through your clenched nostrils.
God, what is that? Why is it so bad? Let go of your nose without throwing up. Turn away. Let's do number 1.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cock's gonna blow, Kuno!
Okay. Let's try it. I'm not gonna vomit, kid.
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected, more fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
Let it out. Oh God, that's nasty.
You feel a great force ringing from your stomach. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid. The smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool. Among it, distilled spirit and bits of shish kebab.
God, I'm sorry. Fucking corpse. Number 2, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it.
Thanks. Wipe your mouth. I don't need your pity. Let's do number 1.
The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
You think ammonia would help? Okay, where do we get ammonia from? I don't need that shit. Let's do number 2.
There is Frit nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't...
He points to the greenhouse.
There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
Pretty clever.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
I see. Turn away. Okay. This kid's ladder is rickety but still climbable. Okay. This ladder's for kids. It wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man. Okay. Is there a way for us to cut down the body at least?
He still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Turn away. Talk to the kids. Hey, stop doing that. Stop desecrating the guy.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy, Kuno!
Yells the other kid behind the fence. Hey, kid, a word. Police business. Moment of your time, please. I'm not getting into this right now. Let's do number 1.
Right in the dick, Kuno! Get him right in the dick!
The children ignore you.
Love it in the dick.
What the heck? Oh my god, kid!
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like 2 black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Hold on, what does that mean? Stop throwing rocks at my crime scene. Stop using slurs at my crime scene. That's not how we do it.
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about.
Juicy what now?
I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Kuno! Ride the lightning, Kuno!
Kuno's riding it, see?
He wipes sweat from his brow and sends another rock flying.
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is?
Kuno's not a gardener.
Why are you saying you're... Those don't even sound like names, because you're Kuno and she's Kuno-S. So that probably is like from the place where you're from. Kim, what should we do? Are you kids siblings? Kid, you want to hang out? I'm not a narc. Look, I have some questions for you. I don't have time for this. Kim, what should we do?
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces.
What forces?
You will see.
The language these kids are using, pure unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with those creatures.
Are your kids siblings?
The fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno. He says we're fucking each other.
What? Look, I have questions for you.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
I got my fist in your face if you're gonna keep daring me.
The kid moves his hands like a basketball player dribbling fast.
The body, what do you know about it? About the crime scene. You kids often play in this yard? I gotta ask, who is Kuno? Kuno, I threw up and I can't investigate the body right now. Let's ask about the body.
Shitload pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno.
This is where you quickly ask him questions. Real cop questions. Like a cop.
Do you know who he was? Do you know how he got up here? Have you seen anyone suspicious around?
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno.
Do you know how it got up there? Or do you know who he was?
Kuno's fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp for target practice.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
So you don't know anything. I meant who he was before he died. Number 2.
Kuno knows what you meant. Kuno's not a snitch. That's all. Trying to make Kuno sing into the popo phone.
Do you know how it got up there?
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down.
So you didn't see it happening?
You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional.
Okay, where did you go then?
I don't know. Some fucking... Mesco... Or... I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel.
We should be playing Cyberpunk at this point. That's a fictional city name. Night City doesn't exist. Where is Night City? Okay, about the body. Let's do number 1.
Why you gotta be riding Kuno's ass? You haven't been where Kuno's been. You haven't been in Kuno's head. You wanna know where Kuno was? You wanna know what Kuno's been fucking up to?
Don't tell him that, Kuno. It's lame.
It's not fucking lame. Kuno's building Kuno's City. Night City. Rage City. The City of Rage. That's it. And it's not lame.
Lame.
That's the name of Kuno's City, bitch. Get the fuck off Kuno's back. This shit ain't about that.
It's impossible to deduce what it is about, at least for the moment. If it's important, it'll come up later. Focus on the case.
Okay, number 4.
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost.
I want to discuss the body with you again, about the crime scene. You often play in this yard. Let's do number 2.
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it?
The ladder. Ever climb it? Point to the ladder on the tree. Might have questions later. Okay, let's do number 1.
Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed.
So would you say that the ladder is unclimbable?
Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook.
It's a trap, Kuno. Don't climb it, Kuno.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Okay, talk about the body.
The fuck about it?
Alright, wait.
You're testing Kuno.
Get lost.
I have more questions about the crime scene.
Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it? Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, let's ask about him.
Kuno's Kuno pig?
The boy points to his chest with both thumbs.
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield.
Interesting. You refer to yourself in the third person to distance yourself from the situation, so you refer to yourself in the third person? Kuno, is that some kind of gang name? Got it. I had another question. I think let's not dwell on this kid. He is out of it, really.
Shoot that shit at Kuno, pigonaught.
Kuno, I threw up and I can't investigate the body right now.
Yeah, like a fucking volcano. Yeah. Fucking pathetic.
You were lucky you didn't die there.
Maybe you got some advice from me? I mean, you're obviously handling it quite well. Screw the both of you, I'll forget about it. Let's do number 1.
Yeah. Kuno's got some advice for you.
The kid looks to his left, then to his right, then leans towards you.
What are you? Like 80, right? Maybe you should stop embarrassing yourself in front of a fucking kid.
Perhaps you could compress this negative energy and turn it into some sort of a Kuno-fied non-vomiter.
Oh, what? Kunified on vomiter, here I come. I don't think so. Let's do number 2.
That's right. Turn your weaknesses into conceptual strengths. Try it again now.
Okay. My strength is to leave. Okay, I'm off.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
What is this thing? The letter R wears a crown. On the ribbon below, a light above descending. Okay. This is the logo of the municipality of Revachol. What's inside, though?
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, "Whirling in rags."
Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container.
Just a trash container. There is no such thing.
It actually talks!
Your fingers start to itch just looking at that padlock.
How do we get the lock open?
We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage,
Or, Lieutenant?
Or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea.
Okay, let's leave. Talk to the other kid. Kuno's got this, okay. Greenhouse. This thing here. Someone is trying to grow herbs in this greenhouse. Planks, stuff, a winch, a pulley, perhaps. This winch mechanism has been oxidizing for some years. Okay. What about here?
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
What is this? Why am I looking at this pile of roofing material?
Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. That's why they're too orderly.
Pull the panels aside.
There it is. You see a shabby little door.
Well, well, well.
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
Open sesame. Oh, pig head. Goodness. An empty tube of magnesium supplement. Ooh. A magnesium supplement you rub on your chest to live a happy magnesium-rich life. Okay. A silver plate with traces of bone yellow powder.
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you. There's a good vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean.
Someone has taken a narcotics here. Perhaps the police should interfere? I wasn't thinking about taking it, I swear. I was thinking about justice. I've heard amphetamines make you a really good detective. Are you a really good detective? Number 1.
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However...
He points to the ladder in the corner.
See that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids use.
Okay, what's here? The poster says get out of the way or get fucked up. Okay. And the pig head. Oh, what's this? Take money. Nice. Oh, so there's the money down there on the lower right corner. Okay, yeah, that's still very far away from 100 real. Cured pig's head. It looks mummified. Okay. The ladder. Oh, jacket. Whose jacket, though? Whoa, I clicked on the jacket and then I'm being led over here. Okay, so it's taking me all the way up there automatically. I'm not touching anything right now.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. When the wind ruffles the cloak, you can most definitely see a white rectangle on its back.
You son of a gun, it's a cop's cloak. The cloak does not concern me at the moment. Number 1.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment.
He judges the drop.
You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
Look around. What exactly are we doing here? You really think this cloak is mine? Should I go for it? Jump. Go for the cloak. Jump over the ledge. We only live once. Uh-oh. Doesn't look good. YOLO! Oh!
Nope, no. That's still too high. What were you thinking? You're not a gymnast. You're a boxer. And you've climbed way too high up here.
Morale critical, heal yourself now.
You could have died there. Shit, 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 shit. I'm failing you. This wasn't part of our deal.
Hey, what happened?
I'm alright, Kim. I just can't do it right now.
I understand. We can always come back when you are feeling better. It's just a cloak after all.
Okay, look around.
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance over the container yard. That machine is a Kvalsund 1020 HK.
Point at the crane. Motherfucker. Now that's a huge crane. It's just a machine, Lieutenant, like a giant hammer on a pair of pliers. Nothing to see here. Let him have his moment of wonder.
His eyes trace the crane's contour, as if trying to memorize its majestic shape. Then he notices your gaze.
Yes. We were in the middle of something. Your cloak.
What exactly are we doing up here?
What are we doing? We're awfully close to breaking into the industrial harbor. They're bound to have information for us. I thought that was our intention. Or it could be that we are just exploring.
Do you really think this cloak is mine, or should I go for it? Jump?
The cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you should go for it? Well, it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2 meter stops. Whenever you're ready to do it, I'll be right behind you.
The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in the wind. Who knows what its pockets may hide?
Yeah, not right now. Hey, what's this? Take in the box? No, and more Nosifed. Okay, nice. What's this thing here? The doorway is going to collapse soon. Okay, let's get out of here then. Restoration pillars keep the ruins together. Okay. What's this? Postcard, Grand Coron 37. Okay. Got a bunch of stuff. Interesting. The postcard depicts an ill-advised residential area overlooking the Jamrock Quarter. 13-story buildings line the hillside like sarcophagi. An ominous fog already rising from behind. These are the last boom years. In 39, the project fails catastrophically, leaving behind an opiate and hepatitis B infested slum. The handkerchief given to you by Lieutenant Kitsuragi. One corner is adorned with lace and a tiny embroidered portiere. There used to be a tape in this case, but it was destroyed in a fit of rage. Something about the Etenier's single smallest church in Sans must have rubbed someone the wrong way. The label says the song was recorded in 43. Open trash container. Okay. Oh, right. We need to get back. Hold on. Okay. And go back down here. Okay, maybe let's just go down here first. And let's go find the pry bar. Or if there's a way for us to save. Can we save at this point? Quick save. And save game. Alright. I think we've done enough for today, so let's go ahead and end the stream for now. And thanks once again, everybody, for your time. I greatly appreciate you joining, and I hope that you enjoyed the stream. I was quite surprised with everything that is happening here in Disco Elysium. There are quite a few things that I'm not sure about when it comes to like safety, but it's a good thing that they censored the slurs. Goodness gracious, that was scary. One less thing to worry about at the very least, so we don't have to worry about that. But yes, like I said, I'm just giving this a try on stream, just seeing what it's up. If I want, I'll go ahead and keep streaming it, or if I feel like it, I could still keep on streaming it live here on Twitch, or I could go ahead and put it on Discord only. Either way, it will be posted on YouTube as a VOD, whether unlisted or in public, so just to set everyone's expectations. But if you want to make sure that you check all my VODs, check out my YouTube channel, and it's also in the description. And you can also join my Discord server, so you can also be there during any Discord related streams. So I'll leave this over here. Thank you once again for your time, and I hope it was a bit of peak entertainment for you. Again, my name is Monz. You take care. Always stay safe. Keep the world turning. Bye now. Salamons.